Hey guys, I hope this isn't a bunch of background noise. Back at work. So I've noticed on my feeds that a lot of people, David Pakman, Hassan Abi, I like him. Yeah, David Pakman, Hassan Abi, the Waldorf guy, Humanist Report. I'm sure Michael Brooks show is. I haven't watched Michael Brooks in a while because, like, I watched it. I thought I'd get over it, like not seeing him on there. It still hurts. I salute them carrying on, but it still hurts. His absence is still felt. And I've been watching some of his old programs here and there, but I miss him. God, I miss the guy. I just do. So everybody on the left is talking about the stimulus and how Trump has refused it. And this is something that's gonna, we think, hurt him. I think it's gonna hurt him because, you know, like all that stuff with the Democrats, that they could be like, oh, Democrats didn't want stimulus, and it would hurt people. But with Trump telling Republicans just pull out of all the stimulus talks, that will hurt him. And I noticed everybody's still talking about it. You know, I watched a few of the videos, but like every day they're talking about it. Let's talk about it. We are watching the fall of the American Empire. I don't mean to be, you know, degrade on your, you know, I don't mean to be nails on a chalkboard here, but that's how I live. That's how I operate. Like, I seen a guy today with a Trump mask on. I was just thinking about, like, I had to hesitate because that's so rare to me to see someone wear Trump paraphernalia. Because you have to buy that shit. To like buy it, it's like, whoa, like, oh. It's so rare. But I realized, like, we're in the fall of the empire. And your auxiliaries of the fascist state, reactionaries, all these weather events and disasters going on at the same time, Trump mocking people in disasters, mocking elderly people who are scared of voting. This is all like stuff that you watch in the fall of an empire. Imagine any other president making fun of people for being scared to go out and vote. Dude, some of the folks that are going out to vote for you, they're scared too. So you're actually making fun of your own base. Like that, I can't even, like, I don't even know where to start with that. But this is the fall of the empire. And so, look, man, I'm an accelerationist, if nothing else. No, I don't know the video. There are some people in America that need to be heard and need to understand this is what free market capitalism does. Got a billionaire out here, 10 years, paid $750. And you're going to sit here and say that's normal. We got billionaires ain't paying no taxes, period. Amazon, people ain't paying no taxes at all, or less than that. Yeah. This is free market capitalism, baby, on display. Okay, so some people have got to be hurt. They're not going to understand any other kind of way. They have to understand what we've been talking about, and to understand that to be led to the table. They're not going to just get it. You know, this is what I'm talking about. I'm not just running around here talking about Black Lives Matter and racism. No, I'm talking about economic disparity. That's what I'm going to talk about. That. This is my point. But if you're not social, if you're not in the struggle, you won't understand it. You get wrapped up in PC. I call it PC politics. PC politics. Oh, use the right pronouns, and you know, you need a social distance. Yeah, that's great. That's all good. You're getting wrapped up in stigmas and preconceived notions. Like, it's got to be about more than that. And I think that many people don't get that. They don't. They're not going to get it. They don't get it. So they got to be heard. Trump is the test. But Trump is also the best demonstration of what free market capitalism in its purest form is. Not going after white-collar criminals. You know, not going after white supremacists. This is what it looks like. And I just think that for a large part of the American population, they don't get it. They're not going to... It's like the pandemic. A lot of people, their family ain't been sick with it, so they don't get it. I knew from day one, like, oh shit. I started, I had my mask. I still have it, you know. I had the airtight 3M one, and I started buying KN95 filters early on because I was like, yo, this is gonna go on for a while. I knew that, you know, and it feels weird that I was buying KN95 filters from China, and it took like a month to get. I got a lot of that stuff at home now. I don't, you know, I didn't bring it, but things get bad. You know, I hadn't been wearing it because of the heat. That was the only reason, because of the heat. That rubber holds in heat and stuff. But if this thing mutates, like if I get any kind of information, I will not hesitate to put that thing on. At all. I will not hesitate. I will not hesitate, guys. I'm serious about that. I didn't stop wearing it because people were looking at me funny. It was only because it was hot outside. That was it. But yeah, this is it may mutate. It may come back worse. This thing is heavy. You hear that? I don't normally have that kind of problem. This thing is really heavy. I'm in the Volvo tonight. But yeah, I just recognize that this is the fall of the empire. Some people have to be hurt to get it, to understand. Because if they don't, see, America is really divided right now. Extremely divided. And so you have a lot of Americans who are like, well, shit, if it ain't affecting me, that's white Americans. It ain't affecting me. I don't care about it. They don't care. They don't. You know, one thing we know about Make America Great Again, whatever you want to call it, is that they're talking about making America great for white crackers in these industrial sectors. If you live in, like, David Pakman went in on detail that, like, people in the big cities, some of them, people in the coastal regions, the IT people, they weren't hurting like before Trump, before the recession in 08. They were okay. When Trump talks about making America great again, he is talking about two white reactionaries. I'm gonna end it, man. I just wanted to say that some people have to be heard. I get it. Y'all should keep talking about it. That's awesome. I guess I'm like one of the brothers. I'm like the Black Panthers. I just recognize that this thing has a high probability of getting really, really ugly. And that for me, like, I'm not playing. Like, I'm ready for whatever may come. And I recognize that, you know what I mean? Like, this is what it is. You've got a lot of people who they're gonna go down with the ship with Trump, man. They're gonna go down with it, no matter how much he lies, they're gonna go down with the ship. So, you know, I guess I get it. It's great. Keep talking about the stimulus because David Pakman and them, they're coming from the perspective of wanting to hurt. They want to help people. Listen, I'm a socialist. I'm not a progressive. I'm a socialist. I'm not a social democrat. David Pakman is. What that means, those Democrats saying like, all right, if we better society, people come outside. I don't agree with that. Because what'll happen in 5 years from now if you get another Trump? What's to keep another Trump from popping up? What's keep somebody else, some other charismatic leader? This was always going to happen because America is so divided. And well, Sarah Palin sparked it. I was reading about that last night. How back in the '80s and stuff, when things got bad in Pittsburgh and all that, white boys that jumped off bridges. Now the rage is turned outwards. To get the arming up, having the vest, the Confederate flag, the racism. It's turned outward on even other white people. It's turned out on everybody. That rage and that anger. That's not going to go away because you elect Joe Biden. Electing Joe Biden just means the system is going to work properly, and that's good. If that's what you care about, that's awesome. But to me, I'm not betting on that, guys. I'm not betting on that. Thank you for listening.